What's up YouTube, this is GroudonEmpire and I am back for another episode of my Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Rating Battle Spot Single Laddering Series. And right now, today, this episode and the next two episodes are going to be the final ORAS Mega that I will be covering, Mega Lopunny. If you guys did not watch any of the other ORAS Megas that I did cover, definitely check those out. The link is in the description, especially Gallade, Sceptile, and the last one that I did, Altaria, because I feel like those were definitely amazing. But also, there are other Megas that I covered, and you know, most of them are pretty darn exciting and good, and some of them aren't, but most of them are really good. Well, not really good. Some are really good, others are okay, and others are not that good, but they're all much better than anyone else you'll probably see doing rating battle spot content when it comes to single battles on YouTube. So they're all great. They're all great. Now this is going to be Mega Lopunny. For anyone who does not know, my part 1 videos of Mega Evolution, Mega so-and-so part 1, that's always going to have a little team summary, and then usually one battle, sometimes two, and then I have a minimum of 6 battles between part 1, part 2, and part 3. So I want to get right into this with Mega Lopunny, but before I start, I want to tell you guys, if you want to see Mega Latias and or Latios, you have to understand that, first and foremost, I don't like their designs. I hate their designs. Secondly, they are, you know, battle spot, like this thing, you have to like, sure, I can obtain them. I can obtain competitive, flawless, legal Latios and Latias, but the way you have to soft reset for them in the games are so crazy that and the designs are so whack that I just don't want to bother, you know. And then Mega Salamence is the last one that I'm not going to be covering. I'm not covering Mega Salamence because I just don't want to. But I mean, if you guys show enough support for my content, maybe eventually I'll do a Mega Salamence vid if I ever feel inspired for that. But without further ado, I'm gonna get right into my team summary. Mega Lopunny, as you guys know, is a very fast Pokemon. You know, it's as fast as Mega Manectric. What this means in terms of rating battles is that it outspeeds Mega Gengar. It outspeeds Mega Gengar, and that is gigantic. That is huge. And because of the Scrappy ability, I can actually fake out plus return Mega Gengars. And while that isn't really a guaranteed one-hit KO, it still is. It's crazy that I have that ability to do that now. And I don't have to get speed boost, I don't have to sword stance, I don't have to risk getting substitute or dying to a Shadow Ball with Blaziken. So Lopunny's great. And another thing that Lopunny has that Blaziken doesn't is Ice Punch. Ice Punch, even if I lack the raw power that Mega Blaziken has, Ice Punch sort of makes up for that, because now I can attack those non-scarfed Landorus super hard and Gliscors. So that is amazing. But especially Salamence, Mega Salamence, that is particular. That's the main thing that Lopunny has. I mean, sure, Blaziken, Blaziken can run Hidden Power Ice and Stone Edge. Sure, he can do that, but he misses out on Sword Stance. But even so, I mean, Lopunny doesn't have Sword Stance, right? Blaziken can still use Hidden Power Ice or Stone Edge, but it's just, I'd rather use Lopunny for that if I'm going to do that, you know? It's just, I don't know, that's just me. If you're going to use Blaziken, use Sword Stance. That's just me. And also, I'm using Mega Lopunny, so who cares about Blaziken? Alright, next, so first Pokemon for a teammate that I think of. Oh, by the way, Fake Out is the moveset is Fake Out, Return, a Scrappy High Jump Kick, also destroys Aegislash, and then the last move is Ice Punch, as I told you guys. Now, the first partner I needed was going to be something to take birds. So that would be Bird, Talonflame, and Mega Pinsir. And the first Pokemon that came to mind, the first Pokemon that came to mind was Zapdos. Zapdos is amazing for that. Now, Zapdos can also deal with Mega Salamence. So why does it matter that Mega Lopunny has Ice Punch? It's because in certain situations you're going to lose momentum, and with Ice Punch I can actually devour that thing. Again, I do have Zapdos to deal with Salamence, but not every situation I'll be able to actually keep my Zapdos, so it's nice to have that Ice move on the Lopunny. So I have a counter and I have a check, so that's amazing. And I also have 2 other checks, sorta. Anyway, Then, of course, my Zapdos has Heat Wave to deal with Ferrothorn, to deal with, yeah, it's awesome. And then I have Thunderbolt. I don't have Volt Switch, I have Thunderbolt. I have Roost because recovery, otherwise I'd rather just use Thundurus. And then the last move is Hidden Power Ice to nail those dragons. Next Pokemon is Azumarill because priority is priority. And I don't have any priority on this team, but now I have Azumarill. I don't even have a Scarfer on the team, so Azumarill does that. But another thing is that Azumarill is not just priority. In fact, if I wanted pure priority, Talonflame would be on the team. No, Azumarill is a Fairy Water, amazing typing. Another thing Azumarill is a Belly Drum Sweeper. It can set up on Cresselia, Porygon 2, and whatever other Pokemon that can't do anything back, and destroy entire teams. Granted, I don't get Parahaxed in a row. And even without that, I'm bulky, I have a Citrus Berry, and I'm powerful, I'm strong right from the get-go. I don't even need Belly Drum, but it's just awesome if I can set it up. So that's just amazing on this Pokemon's part, that it's that good. Then I have Garchomp, my offensive Stealth Rock setter, my Pokemon of choice. And my highly preferred Pokemon, I mean, Infernape is extremely good as a setter as well, but I much more suggest and recommend and favor Garchomp. Sash Garchomp with Stealth Rock, Outrage, Earthquake, and Rock Tomb. Outrage is the move to use. Do not run Dragon Claw. Well, I mean, you can run Dragon Claw, but Outrage is most of the time the better move. In fact, almost like way over 90%. You know, like I like almost never regret using Outrage. I never miss Dragon. I never miss Dragon Claw. So run Outrage for this format, Rating Battle Spot single. You don't need both moves. You don't even need one move. Just one move, Outrage. Don't need to run Dragon Claw with Outrage, but definitely keep Outrage. All right. Next Pokemon is going to be Reuniclus. Reuniclus also does the setting up on the defensive Pokemon. But you know what else it does? It sets up on Venusaur, and that is something that Azumarill cannot do. In fact, Venusaur walls Azumarill. So Reuniclus with the safety goggles is immune to Sleep and Spore, so Breloom also has trouble dealing with it. And then I have my powerful Psyshock. Other opposing Calm Minders, I Psyshock them, massive damage. And I have Shadow Ball because I'm not dealing with Focus Blast, dealing with Dark types, because I'm not going to be dealing with Dark types. If I'm in front of a Dark type, there's a very high chance I want to die to it anyway. So Shadow Ball for them, Cresselias, and Aegislash and Gengar if I'm at +1. I mean, not Gengar, but Aegislash if I'm at +1 special defense, because I survive a Shadow Ball, and I can nail that thing with the Shadow Ball. Awesome. Last Pokemon is Greninja, because as you can tell, the main Pokemon on my team, Lopunny, and as you can tell, the other Pokemon on the team so far, problematic Pokemon that to this team are walls. You know, walls like not necessarily Skarmory, but things like Hippowdon. Hippowdon can, you know, it can do things. It's bulky. It's just it will destroy the team one way or another just by using its bulk. The rest of my team anyway, in such a way that I'll end up losing if I don't have some other reliable way to deal with it. I mean, sure, I can play around it, but I mean, I need something more consistent. Also, Quagsire completely annihilates my entire team because if it's unaware, my Calm Mind user and Belly Drummer are like, whatever, who cares? And then Garchomp, it's a physical, come on, that thing's a physical wall, so Garchomp doesn't do anything. It's a physical wall, Lopunny doesn't do anything. And Zapdos doesn't have Hidden Power Grass, so yeah, that doesn't do anything to Quagsire, so I need to have Grass Knot. So I do have Grass Knot on my Expert Belt Greninja. Same Greninja I use for Altaria, and I don't know who else, but the same one I use for Altaria team. And it has Grass Knot, Gunk Shot to destroy those Sylveons and stuff, which also give my team a serious trouble. Destroying the Sylveons, Dark Pulse to get flinches and KO them Cresselias and Aegislashes. And I have Ice Beam because Ice Beam is amazing, and you know, it kills off that Salamence and all them other annoying Pokemon that are weak to ice, like Gliscor. So Gliscor, Hippowdon, those things are wrecked, as is Quagsire. Really main Pokemon that wall really give my team trouble if they're played properly. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get right into looking for battles. First battle, hopefully I can do more than one. Oh my goodness, I am at a 1743 rating. Let me tell you guys how much 1743 as of right now if my internet decides to work. And this is why I don't like using the internet while recording, because you guys just saw that thing freeze for a bit. But I will look up the leaderboards and tell you very quickly. Okay, so my opponent has a team that Greninja likes to deal with. I'll tell you really quickly how high it is in the United States. It's probably top 5. I am equivalent to number 6 in the United States as of right now. So that's awesome. This is December 29th, 2014 at 5:01 p.m. at the time of recording this. I think Mega Sceptile is going up today. I'm not even sure. But yeah, that's I'm equivalent. So yeah, I pretty much came close to where I whatever. Anyway, if you guys care, I'm number 6 in the United States right now. That's all that matters. Alright, so Garchomp lead. Do I want a Garchomp lead because of that what's that Pokemon called? That's gonna be a Mega Gengar. I know it's gonna be a Mega Gengar. You know what? I wanna start off with a Greninja. Because I can. And I'll see what else I can do because oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I want Lopunny. Lopunny can deal with the Gliscor. It can deal with it can deal with the Gengar. I mean, okay, look, listen. Greninja can deal with the Zapdos. It can deal with those 2 fairies. So actually, what do I really want? I want to do chip damage on whatever leads. So you know what I want to do? No, I want to start off with Greninja. If I see a Gengar lead, then I'm probably going to have to Dark Pulse it. But if I see a Klefki, I mean, I want Lopunny to... What can Lopunny do that the others can't, though? See, Lopunny... I'm going to bring Lopunny, and the last Pokemon I'm going to bring is going to be Garchomp, because I feel like that's the Pokemon I'm going to have to bring to win this game. So Greninja, Lopunny, and Garchomp, I hope I can do well. Greninja is to destroy those 2 fairies and Zapdos, so if that doesn't work out, you know what, I should have started off with Garchomp just in case, to get the rocks up, and then I can Rock Tomb the Gengar. But you see, if the Gengar's leads, right, I can just use Dark Pulse on it right from the get-go, but I don't think it's gonna die, that's the thing. Okay, so there's this thing lead, alright, so this thing leads, so that's good. It's a good thing I didn't start off with something else. I'm gonna force out a switch into probably Klefki, but I don't want to make any crazy predictions. I just want to go for a Gunk Shot. I know my opponent is going to expect that, but still, it's whatever. I just have to, so I'm going to go for a Gunk Shot. It's a safe Gunk Shot. I predict my opponent to switch out into a Klefki right now, but again, I'm not going to go for a crazy, okay, yeah, so he goes into the Klefki. I didn't want to be crazy and stuff, that's why I didn't do anything like a crazy prediction or anything. But right now I'm going to go out into my Garchomp and I'm going to set up them rocks. Not rocks, I'm going to use Earthquake. Hopefully I can kill this thing utterly and completely. And once that happens, Greninja again can take care of the 2 fairies on my opponent's team. It can also take care of the Zapdos, but I think I need rocks to take care. Okay, alright, okay, I see what's cracking here, alright. My opponent is making plays right now. And now I'm in trouble. I need to Earthquake. You know what? I'm going to Earthquake. I need to Earthquake. I have no choice. I have to. He's Scarfed? I can't even Stealth Rock. I can't even Stealth Rock. It's fine. No, it's not fine. It's not fine at all. It's not fine at all because I have a Lopunny in the back. That's why it's not fine at all. This is bad. This is really bad. Base 111 plus 55. Right, so Greninja outspeeds a Scarfed Sylveon. Okay, I understand that. But like that thing has Hyper Voice. Lopunny's not going to like taking something from that. But I need I think I have to sack off the Garchomp. I don't want Lopunny to take any extra damage than it has to. So I'm gonna use Earthquake right now. And wow. That Klefki's gonna be a Klefki plus Gengar. If I know my stuff correctly, it's gonna be a Klefki plus Gengar. And Greninja is walled by Klefki. I don't have anything to hit Klefki with. I don't have Hydro Pump. I only have Do I have? Yeah, I only have. Yeah, I don't have anything to hit it with, so I have to go out into my Lopunny, and I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna Mega Evolve and go for a high jump kick. I know it's not my safest move, but I'm gonna go for that anyway. No, 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 no. No, I have to go for a fake out. I have to go for a fake out, guys. Have to Mega Evolve. I didn't want to Mega Evolve because I wanted to save my Limber for the Klefki, right? Because I want to make sure I don't get paralyzed, but I feel like right now I can't complain about that. And I'm going to have to Mega Evolve and use Fake Out. Because this thing is faster than me. This thing is faster than me. I don't have more speed. I mean, let's see. Let's see. Base 60 is going to have 122. That's going to be 182 plus. Greninja's faster, but Lopunny isn't. I have to Mega Evolve and go for a Fake Out. For a second, I thought I wasn't Mega Evolving. I should have. Yeah, I had to. Of course, my opponent expected that. But I didn't want to. And I know my opponent's making plays, so I should have made my own play right here. But again, I didn't want to do anything risky because that Hyper Voice would have annihilated my life. My opponent is smart, and they are giving me the respect that I think I deserve. So awesome on my opponent's part. I respect that. I respect that they respect me. I'm just gonna go for a high jump kick right now. Unless I miss, I'm not in trouble. I just hope I don't get hacks my way to losing, because I can miss the high jump kick. That does massive amounts of damage. He can use Substitute right now. That would be his best play. That really would, like, honestly speaking. But anyway, I want to go for a high jump kick. He's going to go for a Reflect, and I think that's a good game if I cannot. Yep. I think I lose this now. Okay, he has dual screens, Thunder Wave, and Foul Play. No. There's hope. There is hope, guys. There is hope. There is hope. I just have to land 2 high jump kicks in a row, and I'm good. Foul Play, that's fine. That's fine. I resist it. I resist it, and it's not stab. And I missed the high jump kick. I'm probably going to end up losing this. Probably going to seriously end up losing this. How much damage does this do? Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I'm going to lose this game. This is a terrible way to start off. Terrible way. My opponent isn't even Swag Play. My opponent is Thunder Wave, Foul Play, and Dual Screening. So I give props to my opponent for destroying me. They have a Scarf Sylveon. I mean, I could have predicted the Klefki switch in again and went for a high jump kick, but I mean, if I didn't go for a fake out, that would be way too risky. But you know what? My opponent, I should have predicted my opponent to actually switch out into the Klefki and just use a high jump kick anyway. So I'm gonna end up losing. I'm just gonna end up Dark Pulsing anyway. And I'm just gonna forfeit because I lose this game. My opponent has a scarfed Sylveon with Hyper Voice, and they probably have another Pokemon in the back. I know I lose this. There's no winning, so I'm just gonna forfeit this game. But yeah, this is my Lopunny team, and I am at a rating of 1743. And this is how I lose my first game. I get 3-0'd. So that is a terrible way to start. That is an absolute terrible way to start. But you know what? It's fine, because I know this team that I'm using is not a bad team at all. It's just Klefki is serious trouble. You know, Klefki is serious trouble. And I have to do something about that. Klefki is my team trouble, and when I used to use Blaziken, I didn't used to have that trouble. So right now, it's giving me a lot of headache. It's giving me a lot of headache. That's the difference between Lopunny and Blaziken. But also, I could have made a play on my opponent, predicting that switch and use high jump kick, using it twice, landing them. and I would have been in gold position to actually end up winning, because Scarf Sylveon does not outspeed my Greninja, and I could have beaten my opponent's last Pokemon too. So it's too bad, it really is. But my opponent, they played it. I didn't play it as well as I could have, and that's why I lost. And my opponent made plays. They played really well, very, very nicely, and they ended up taking the win. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and that you learned from this battle, and that you check out the rest of my content on my channel. Subscribe if you like the content. Definitely check out the playlists in the description, especially for Mega Gallade, Mega Altaria. I definitely loved playing those guys with those teams. This was GroudonEmpire. Peace out.